I can send you the itinerary if you have interest. It's when the team's on the road next week.
It's crazy. Every day's different. I'll always check in with the equipment guys, the medical guys, see what's going on injury-wise, talk with the coaches here and there, watch morning skate, and then it's just whatever meetings you have.
To make the decision that you are going to give her the title of Assistant General Manager of the New Jersey Devils.
To me, it was a no-brainer.
So everyone's journey is different. I want you to share a little bit about yours. You came from a very athletic family. Give us a bit of your background.
Yeah, so my dad played hockey at Northeastern. My sister and I were figure skaters, and then we ran Division I track at Northeastern. I was a hurdler, all 5'2" of me. I just remember going to the rinks with my dad when he was a scout for the Islanders and the Penguins. I thought it was so cool. I'm like, what do you mean you're at work? You're watching hockey. And so for me, it's kind of where I fell in love with the sport, with the camaraderie. And I never played the sport, and I always thought that was kind of a knock against me, but I really used it to my advantage. And I used what I learned at Deloitte in public accounting and kind of took some of those soft skills into the sports world.
You have a camera crew following you around?
Oh, yeah.
How about that?
Oh, yeah. What do we got over there, donuts?
So I understand that at age 16, you made a pretty grand proclamation to your family. What did you say?
I said, I want to be a general manager in the National Hockey League. And my dad's like, okay, sounds good.
Did you have, though, some people go, are you kidding me? Like,
Oh,
do you
yeah.
see any women GMs in the National Hockey League?
I think it's kind of like when a little kid's like, I want to be president. It's like, okay, good for you. Right away, my family, my mom, like she'd always be like, get into sports. Why are you going into account? Like she would always push me. Even when I moved here, starting in amateur scouting operations, she was like, just keep going, just keep working hard. Like you got this. So I definitely had support from friends and family. I have a meeting later. I don't think you need to sit down on it, but I've talked a lot with Dan and the dev coaches. We're just starting dev camp planning. So
I saw the note that went out.
yeah, once we get more information, follow
Okay.
back. I think that's it.
Okay, I'll see you downstairs.
Thanks.
How do you describe your working relationship? I mean, you're just down the hall from each other. What's it like? Do you go to her with ideas? Does she go to you?
Did she tell you my one rule? It's an old rule here in New Jersey. If you're not in your office, please shut your light off so I don't look down and say, oh, your light's on. Let me come down and say hello. I waste my time doing that. To be honest, she's like our chief of staff. Like, she is in every part of hockey ops. Her main priority is really overseeing our whole athlete care department, really keeping that process in line on really what we need, as well as it streams into our play development. You know, the biggest thing with Kate is her growth mindset. She just wants to get better every day. That was how she's kind of grown over the years to where she is today.
I think it's good that the players have just time with the dev coaches too, just because those are the ones they're building their relationships with throughout the years. And then maybe Angus, if you don't mind just kind of thinking through like your kind of grouping, like you want to prioritize kind of those, that could be helpful, and then we can make sure we can kind of weave those in.
So what would you say a typical day is for you?
Usually get in, I'll try and read a couple game reports on our player development players if time allows. If not, if there's something, a fire somewhere, just go right to that. Watch practice or morning skate, usually a couple meetings.
So as we are getting closer to trade deadline, how does that change now in these next couple of weeks?
A lot more phone calls with our pro scouting group. We'll get on the phone at least once or twice, like officially with the big group, what's going on, what teams have called. Every year it's been a little different. In the past we have been sellers, so it's nice that we're kind of starting to be on the other side of that here in New Jersey. What's the meeting today, just a weekly? Because we
It's a
had one
weekly,
yesterday.
but he said he will take updates.
Okay, so might as well just do it quickly. Stadium Series, great recruitment tool for outdoor players, 70K. Players showed up, Joe Bros. 2 weeks away to trade deadline. It's been consistently quiet around the league. We're gonna see it start coming up more.
So this year, trade deadline day falls on International Women's
is,
Day.
that's why we're
Lots
here.
to celebrate. What do you think that day will be like?
That day in general, I usually start with donuts in the morning, lots of caffeine. Sometimes it's a late night the night before, but in regards to Women's Day, I think it's awesome for the visibility. We usually always try and do something here at HBSC at the New Jersey Devils, but it's a day that means a lot, but it's also like, let's appreciate these women all the time and not just on one day. And hopefully we get to a place where we don't need to say, she's the 7th female AGM. I'd say the only other thing is after, if you guys, I would love any of the women ladies, we're gonna do a quick just like snippet, just like a photo kind of video. So
You guys want to all, before or after your donuts, your choice.
You are one of a number of women in pretty important roles here within the organization. Can you share what that means and how that dynamic maybe helps all of you?
So it's really important when you see these other women because it does matter. And not just in HBSC, I'm close with some of the other female AGMs, Alex Mandricki and Emily Castingay, and some of those women, our very own Megan Duggan. So it's really nice to have that support just to shoot the breeze and talk and ask each other questions. I don't see it all the time because I think it's a norm, and I'm like, it isn't, unfortunately, in all industries and all companies, but here it is, which is nice.
All right, we're gonna bring up a little team update. Kate the Great.
Other questions we get, I already got it from Norm, what's going on trade deadline? We're 2 weeks away. We continue to meet a couple times a week, going through things, players, where we're at as a team, so nothing new there, but we'll see things continue to pick up around the league.
So what do you think Kate's future in hockey could look like?
I think the sky's the limit for Kate, personally. I think she can be a general manager someday. I actually think she could probably be the president of hockey ops because of what she brings to the table and how she can keep each department, on task.
Thank you for your email. Of course. Yeah, let me know when it's fixed. And then I had a couple things we'll just go through on the marketing call later. Thank you. Thanks.
If I were to ask you to finish this sentence, in 5 years, Kate Madigan will be...
No idea. Honestly. Probably not the answer you wanted.
I'm not sure. I think that, and that's the exciting part. I love hockey. I love the New Jersey Devils. So for me, I'm kind of like, the world is the oyster. Let's see what opportunities present itself, and we'll have some Stanley Cups, and we'll go from there.
I'm gonna leave.